Hello, folks. Hello, folks. Think I got everything set up right. Hope it's working. Uh, just want to talk a little bit about this weather reporting we're getting. Ain't doing very good, if you ask me. They told me this morning that we was going to have storms and tornadoes and 60-mile-an-hour straight winds, and we didn't even get a puff, sprinkle or two, and that was about it. Of course, I'm glad of that, but I went out and made sure everything was strapped down and didn't need to, but that's all right. Uh, Looks like they're doing a good job of getting sulfur cleaned up in Oklahoma. Uh, I've been watching that quite a bit, and they really getting a lot done. Of course, they got a long ways to go, but it's moving along. A lot of YouTubers volunteering, uh, keeping it Dutch. He's out there, and Daniel Arms from Arms Family Homestead, and Walker from Walker's homestead, and a lot more. I don't know them all, but it it's really a good pull together, and it lets you know you're in with a good class of people. That's all I can say. A good class of people, um, and they're good, hard-working people. I was going to go fishing this week, but it's rained me out just about every day now. Um, David, he's ready to go. So let me see what's going to be next week here. Looks like we might be able to get to go this coming week some. Yeah. Well, supposed to 55% chance of rain today. Looks like Wednesday is supposed to be a good day. And maybe Friday and Saturday and Sunday and Monday. Oh, there we go. And we're going to have a whole week of hot weather and no rain, no storm. Well, that'll help us out. We get to go fishing. I want y'all, my girl down here, she's right here. See my girl there? Lady, you want to say hi to him? Huh? You want to say hi to him? She got her mascara on her eyes finally this morning. She stays right beside me where whatever I'm doing. She's right there taking care of me. She don't have to, but she thinks she does. So and that's the way I just let her stay. Okay, but yeah, she's always around. Yeah, you got on TV, didn't you? Yeah, it's a good girl. But yeah, they got Daniel and them's got heavy equipment and excavators and stuff. And, keeping it Dutch, they all got that stuff in town there, moving that stuff out to where the city dump trucks can get to it, and they load it on the dump trucks, take it to the dump place wherever they got that at. And then, of course, there's a lot of construction companies volunteering to help, and a lot of linemen working on the lines. Go on and go in there and lay down. Go lay down. You don't need to be in here. And so it's really doing a good job out there. And I don't think we got any viewers yet, but I hope some come on. Uh, if anybody out there watching it, well, get to flash it up there, I guess. But it's really uh, good to see people pull together and volunteer themselves that way. If I had time to go out there, I would. I got to take care of things here at home. Uh, I got to take my granddaughter-in-law to college tomorrow so she can take a test. She's been taking a program online. She got to go take her final test tomorrow. So got to do that. And it would have done me no good to go out there and turn around and come right back. But on the politics side, well, go, go get in bed. Go. On the politics side, looks like the lawyers and these judges and so forth is trying Donald Trump. Looks like they're just determined to put him in the White House, which tickles me to death. I want to see Mr. Biden go. He's got the world in a heck of a mess. Leaving these borders open, and we've got untold how many terrorists and stuff in here just waiting to cause trouble. And I think a lot of the people that's doing the rioting are probably terrorists or working for terrorists. Of course, George Soros has a whole lot to do with that rioting. So I think he pays people to go in and cause trouble for that. I don't know why they even allow him uh, to do what he does without bringing some sort of world charges against him. He don't live in the United States, as far as I know. He lives overseas somewhere. But he has a lot of rule right here in the United States. Big troublemaker. And got the money to cause trouble. But anyhow, um, I hope get some people watching here. Right now, we don't have anybody. Um, I don't know what to do to notify people that I'm on. Don't know how that works. But getting back to Trump, one of the deals they found out that they made up everything at the one in New York. Uh, they ramrocked them this morning or last night, maybe it was, and said it made up every charge that they got against him. And I guess that's all right if they think they can get by with it, but so far they haven't been able to. I hope y'all come on, bypass here and catch me and get on for a few minutes and give me somebody to talk to. It's hard talking to a zero number. But anyhow, we'll give it about another 10, 20 minutes here and see if we get anybody. But I guess I'm going to have to send out a message to each one of my subscribers to watch it. That's all I know to do. I don't know how to do that, but I'll figure it out. But anyhow, um, there might be a bunch of people watch it after it gets to be put online continuously. Um, they got some of the stuff moved off the bow of the Dolly out in Baltimore Harbor, and they're working on that concrete and that big piece of uh, stuff there coming on the port, hanging on the port side. Uh, they get that off there, that'll let that ship raise up a little bit. There's a lot of weight on that ship. And right on the nose of it, you got to push down the sand, but it'll come out of the sand, I believe, they get that weight off of it. And they got probably 30 or 40 feet of concrete of the road surface. It's laying across the bow, and they got to move all that out. And that ain't going to be no easy feat, but they got to get that superstructure of that bridge off of it first, and then they can move that. And I don't know if they had a big magnet they might be able to get a hold of because of the uh, structure metal that goes through it, rebar and stuff. Those magnets are strong; they can pick up a lot of stuff. And I don't know how that'll work, but hopefully it'll get on there okay. And the I believe I saw on there where they're getting ready to possibly try to take some more connexes off also, because eventually they're going to have to take them all off. And seems like I remember hearing them say something about that. And of course, every one they move is going to be that much weight off of it, and they need to take it off from the front there. And a lot of them are crushed. They got cars that's crushed down. Had some Toyotas, 4Runners, and I've seen a couple more in there that just in the water. Oh, I don't know how much water the vessels took on that they don't need, but they can pump that out. But I'd like to see them be able to get that up so they can prepare the ship, repair the ship, not prepare. I guess you'd be preparing it to run again, huh? But it'd take a lot of work to get that fixed, and but they'll get it done, and it'll never look like anything happened to it. So anyhow, I'm going to let them. It looks like we got one up there watching. Hope you stay with us. That's the first time we've had anybody on this live. Um, and notify a couple of friends if you can. We're just chatting today, try to see how many we can get on. And the chat and everything will get people started. Give us a like if you can. We're just, this is our fourth time live, and seems like everything's working pretty good. But just nobody knew was getting on. I don't know how to go about telling people that we're going on live, except maybe just send an email to them at a certain time and then do it that way. But I ain't got but 56 subscribers anyhow. And hopefully, Xana Rose, hello from Australia. Well, we got a lady from Australia. Glad to have you, honey. I've got a couple of friends in Australia, and I am good. I guess you pronounce that Azanti. Azanta. I don't know how to pronounce it exactly, but um, uh, yeah, I got a couple of friends. Hoss Blackman, uh, he a good friend of mine. Used to gold mine together, and I'm not too sure either. I just watched not to do chat. Well, if it's the way you want to do it, honey, that's fine. Appreciate the everything, and you just sent me a heart there. It's good. If you want to just stand there and listen, that's fine. But I'm glad to have you, and all the way from Australia. I went over in Australia back all in the 80s and done some metal detecting over there with Hoss Blackman, and we had a good time. We found quite a bit of gold and really enjoyed it over there. Uh, I didn't find it to be a harsh climate at all. Of course, back at that time, I was used to a lot of, yes, you pronounced it right. You can just say road. Okay, roads, that'll work. That's easier for me to say. Um, uh, my other friend over there, uh, he he'd get mad at me a lot of times. Acting well, not really mad. I'd tell him I say we get together and go fishing. He said I can't swim. I said that's good. You you don't want to make me mad at you. But that was a long time ago. But yeah, you don't have to chat unless you just want to. Now I'm enjoying chatting because you don't want to got to talk to right now. Uh, that makes two of us on the live stream, you and me, and we can talk about anything you want to talk about. I understand. Um, in Victoria, yeah, I know where that's at. I don't know where Sovereign Hill is actually, but um, I know where Victoria's at. Uh, we went into the Northern Territory there for a while, and actually, where we went there, that had quite a bit of rain just for maybe 30 minutes. And Ballarat, yeah, I don't know where Ballarat's at exactly. Um, 'Cause where we went, there wasn't no town at all. It was just in the back country, and we had a short rain there, about 30 minutes long, but it was hard. And Hall said that was probably the only rain they'd had there in probably 6 months or longer. And this little creek, it washed a little creek out, and soon water went down about an hour after the rain. And we started walking that little creek, and we actually picked up gold nuggets off the creek bed where it washed the sand away from them. And we got 30 or 40 nuggets that way. And I can't even remember the name of that little creek, but it wasn't very big. It was the only creek around there for quite a ways, and it just forced all the sand right off top of the nuggets, and there was nuggets laying all over the place. But and probably a lot that we didn't find, didn't see. Yeah, it was crazy weather, uh, but there's a 10-second delay, Rose, on what I say before it gets to you. It makes me have to wait about 20. Yeah, I was on a leave from the military, and I went over there to see Hoss, and we had planned this for quite a while, and uh, I stayed about a month, and never outside of uh, meeting him in Perth. After we left Perth, I never seen another town the whole time I was there, and then I went straight back to Perth to fly out. So it's but there's gold all over Australia. It's 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 blessed with gold, and But yeah, I was there about a month and never did see another town. And once we left Perth, I never saw another human. Never saw nobody. South Australia, well, uh, is that how far south are you? Perth or over towards Sydney, or you don't have to tell me exactly. Just which one you're the closest to. No, me, I'm of course you know I'm the United States. I'm Kentucky, and we have a good life here in Kentucky. Just had the Kentucky Derby, and is my sound coming in through loud enough, Rose? I can't tell actually how loud it is. And have you lived in Australia all your life? Okay, now I know where Melbourne's at. Sound is good. Okay, I'm glad to hear that. Um, I have no way of knowing from this end unless somebody tells me. Uh, but yeah, Melbourne is I know where that's at. Um, uh, my friend that lives over there, he was from Sydney, and his name was Matheson, and Graham Matheson, and I think he's somewhere in the Northern Territory right now, uh, at one of the cities up there, but I don't know which one. I haven't heard from him in probably a year, but uh, yeah, he's a good man. Yes, all my life. Well, right in the lower part of Australia. Well, you ain't missed nothing. Uh, Everybody's trying to get to where you're at, and can't afford to go most of them. But I think right now it costs around $8,000 to 9,000 one way, or five anyhow. Last time I checked, it was around five. But when I went, I flew over on a military hop, and because I was in the military, and they had a plane going to Perth, and so I just hopped that plane and went on over there and stayed a month and come back. They had another plane coming back on the day I come back, so worked out real good and didn't cost me nothing but a flight lunch. We got to buy our own flight lunches on a plane like that. But yeah, I went over there. Didn't cost me nothing to go. Found uh, at that time mm, probably about $8,000 to $10,000 worth of gold. It's worth a lot more than that now. But of course, we split what we found, but we found some pretty good sized nuggets at that time. And I've been wanting to go back over, but things just got to where I couldn't. Uh, I got cancer in 2010, and I had to get that over with. And I guess it looks like I'm beat it. I ain't had nothing show up since 2012, and so I got over it pretty good, but just hadn't been able to go over there. My late wife, she died, and she's sick for a while. Had to take care of her, and so it kind of hindered me from going over. But don't look to be able to be over that way anymore. But you never know. Um, I'm 80 years old, and I do a lot of things. I hunt and I fish, and now I don't chase women anymore. Uh, my late wife was the love of my life, and I don't care to have another one. Yes, ma'am. When I took those treatments, they told me that I was taking something called the Widowmaker, and other people called it Red Devil. I don't know what the name of it was. And they told me when I started taking it, don't look for Christmas because if the cancer don't get you, this probably will. 50 people, 50% of the people die from the medicine. But you know, Rose, when I started taking that medicine, it never made me sick one time. And I took it a couple of times. I told my doctors, I had a lady doctor. I said, what do you think about me taking a couple of doses at a time if it don't make me sick? And she said, well, we can try it. So we tried 2 doses, done that a couple of days, never made me sick. And I said, well, why don't we try 3? And we got up to where I was taking 4 doses at a time and didn't do nothing but make me feel good. Never made me sick, never made my hair come out. Of course, I've been this way since I was 20 some years old. Not hair, got hair on the sides, but never made none of that come out, never lost no hair anywhere. And radiation the same way didn't bother me. And so after 2 years, of course, I, I, I made by taking all them treatments at one time, I shortened my chemo by almost a year, and I only had to take it for about 6 months, 8, and then I started my radiation. Well, I was already clear of the cancer except one little spot, and I think it left anyhow. Probably not because of the radiation treatments, but uh, I think it was because the rest of the red medicine was in me, and but I went ahead and took the radiation, and that didn't bother me. And of course, I could only take that a certain level because it burned you up if you try to take more than 1 dose at a time. And so I took all that when I was supposed to. But at the end of 2 years in 2012 uh, or 2012, I mean, I was cancer free, and it hasn't showed up anywhere since. And that's been what 13 years now. Well, almost 14 years, I guess, but close to 13 anyhow. And I feel great. And one thing it did do, it caused me to get Bell palsy. It's just kind of something that goes along with the kind of cancer I had. And I don't know if you can look that up on the encyclopedia and it'll tell you what it is. Or you can look it up online, it'll tell you what it is. But it it came. I don't know where it actually affected me at, but uh, it made one side of my face droop, and I don't remember which one it was. I think it was my right one, but I'm not sure. But anyhow, it made one vocal cord longer than the other. And I used to love to sing and stuff like that. In fact, I did karaoke when I got out of the military. I did karaoke full time around my communities here, about a 3 state area, and made a lot of money at it. And of course, when somebody else wasn't singing, I had to sing to carry on the entertainment, And a lot of them said they come just to hear me sing, but now I don't know about that. But you hope that's what they meant when they said that. But some people just feel to you, make you feel good. Country music, honey. I like just regular country music. Now, I liked back in my younger days. I liked the oh, rock and roll. They called it rock and roll or bebop or whatever you want to call it. But I like that. But I've always liked country music the best, and that's mostly what I done. Alan Jackson and all his songs, Waylon Jennings, uh, Chris Christopherson. Of course, he wrote a lot of songs for other people, but Conway Twitty, I liked them all. George Strait, him and probably George Strait, Conway, and Alan Jackson, probably my three favorite. Yeah, Johnny Cash and now I'm not too good at doing Dolly Parton songs. Uh, I'd always leave that up to the women because I never could get into her style. If you learn a person's style, you can sing their songs well. But if you try to mimic them, you can't sound like them. But you can sing their song and do it justice if you just do it in their style. And I just never could get Dolly's style because she got a feminine style, and I can't do that. And yeah, she got her own unique way. That is true, and she's good. Um, Broke my heart the other day. I saw where she was got sick, but it wasn't true. It was just something on YouTube that shouldn't have been on there. And I see that a lot, and I don't like that. That's one thing I don't like about YouTube. But you have to take good with the bad, and there's more good on YouTube than there is bad. Now, I don't like TikTok that well, although I do. I'm on TikTok. I don't like it as well as I do YouTube. Roy Orbison, love Roy Orbison. Uh, Pretty Woman is one of my favorite songs. Uh, I never did do any of Roy's songs because his key. If you lower his songs to where you can sing them in his key in your key, you can't do it justice. Because Roy's that Pretty Woman is in a high key, and I never could get that high. Now I'd sing it when I was by myself, just for me, but I wouldn't sing it out on uh, a public appearance or anything. But Roy was good. He was right there with oh he was there with Johnny and all of them at his time. In fact, I think Roy's still living, if I'm not mistaken. Seemed like I saw the other day that he was still living, but yeah, he was a fantabulous player. And I tell you somebody else I like too. Uh, I liked oh, what was her name? A man and woman that played and sang. Um, oh boy, I was going to say it until I started to say it, and then I lost it. Um, uh, Les Paul and Mary Ford. I love their music, and uh, when it come to guitar players, Les Paul was hard to beat. Now I liked him and Chet Atkins and one other from up New York, and I can't think of his name right there. But, they, he was right with Chet Atkins and Les Paul being one of the greats. I just can't think of his name right now. But make a guitar talk to you. That's what I always liked about Chet. He played a song. If you didn't know the song, you could almost sing it just from listening to the music and have half the words 50% right. Uh, I didn't know that Roy was that big in Australia. I knew he was big in Great Britain and all the European countries, but I didn't know he was that big in Australia. I'm glad he was because he was great. He sure was. Chris Isaac. I don't believe I know that name, Rose. Uh, where was he from? I don't believe I'd ever heard that name before. I think I'm saying Isaac. Is that his last name? Or was that just a stage name? I've never heard that one before. But yeah, he was a great musician, and uh, I got a Martin guitar right there behind me. You can see it right over, well, right there. uh, and my fingers just stiffened up, and I got no feeling in them. Uh, I got them frostbit one time, and I just can't play anymore. But I always keep a guitar around, but can't play it. And I bought that old guitar 40 years ago, I guess, and couldn't play it when I bought it. But I like the sound of it, and it's a Martin, and it was a Sigma, and Martin's quit making Sigma since then, and that guitar's went up in price quite a bit. Now they're making that guitar, I think, now over in Korea or China somewhere. They bought the rights to it from Martin, but the ones that they're making over there is not near as good as quality as that one there is. I think it's Isaac is his real name. I don't know. I'll have to look him up and read about him because I never heard of him before. Do you know where he was from? Uh, I know it'll take you a few minutes to get that. Um, well, for somebody that don't like to chat, you're doing a good job of keeping me going here. American, well, I'll look that up, Rose, and next time I talk to you, I'll know who we're talking about. But and I liked the Beatles. I liked them. I didn't like but about 4 or 5 of their songs actually, but I liked them until they started thinking they was so much better than everybody else. One of them made the statement he was bigger than God or better than God or something like that, and they went downhill after that. Some purists, but I guess my 4 favorites would be Chet Atkins, Conway Twitty, uh, George Strait, and Alan Jackson. And of course, I like old Willie Nelson and all of them too. But I guess that cover my 4. Of course, some of them are more just musicians. Conway, Conway was a singer and a great singer, but he was a fantastic musician too. A lot of people didn't know that. In fact, that's what really got him his start is uh, guitar playing, and then he started singing after that. But he was really a fantastic musician, and he just kind of drifted out of the playing the music part and carried the microphone and sung. That was about it. And then when him and Loretta Lynn teamed up, boy, they had some, what I think it was 6 or 8 number ones in a row. They were really good. Oh, hey, we got another person joined us, Rose. I see there. Got into folk music, which I didn't like it much when I was a child. We went to folk festival. I'm my mid 40s, and I really do like it. Yeah, folk music kind of sticks with you after you've heard it a while, and then when you leave it, your mind always go back to it, and you catch yourself humming. Is that right? I I'm the same way. I never did really like it until I quit hearing it, and I'd catch myself humming some old folk songs. And of course, I don't know. Yeah, uh, I don't know uh, the ones that I heard where they was created in the United States or somewhere else, because folk music has been around every generation for years and years. Because I'm come from Europe and different places, and I guess probably Australia's got their own folk music, and of course, most of my folk music, I think, come out of the mountains in Kentucky and Tennessee and West Virginia and places like that. But you won't like it until you get away from it, and then you start catching yourself a humming it and singing the songs to yourself. But yeah, I can identify with that. And we got somebody else on there, Rose, but they ain't said nothing to us yet. I wish they'd say hi or something. Um, but did you like um what was his name that played Jerry Lee Lewis on the piano all the time? I liked him, but he was kind of a yeah. Say hello to him. I like Jerry Lee Lewis. I didn't like some of the shenanigans he done through his life, but he was a good piano player, and I'll tell you somebody I like, and I've been watching on YouTube. Have you ever watched Brandon Cavanaugh? From I think he's from England. He's on YouTube and plays this. I think they put him in one of the malls out in one of the towns. Um, if you ever want to see some good piano playing, just put in Brandon Cavanaugh, and it'll bring him up, and he'll let people join in, play with him. They'll play doubles, and he'll sing, and they just have a blast. And he's on YouTube all the time. You'll love some of his music that he does. He can do all the 1920s jitterbugging and stuff like that songs, and he could he could fill a house, packed house. He could fill the biggest football stadium in the world, I guess, playing public. But he chooses to be on YouTube. I don't think he goes public anymore at all. But he's a good musician, and yeah, you'll enjoy him. It's Brandon Cavanaugh. He had a little girl on there one day. He was playing. This little girl was sitting there keeping time with the music, and he told her, he said, "If you want to dance, you go ahead and dance." And there's a person there that does the recording, holding the camera for him. I guess it's probably his girlfriend or his wife, or maybe I don't know. That little girl started dancing, and he always gets crowds around there to watch him perform. But there was a crowd that got there just because that little girl was dancing, and buddy, she was a hit, and she was good. And of course, he's got probably 200 videos on there, and you could look that one up, but I don't know exactly what number of it is. But she is really, really good, and Brandon is the same way. He's good. And there was a boy come in one day and was he's acting like he couldn't play. And Brandon said, "Well, says if you want to sit there and pick at it," he says, "I gotta go to the restroom," and he said, "You can pick at it for a while." And so Brandon went to the restroom, and that boy started playing. And the more he played, the better he got. And when they come back, when Brandon come back, he was keeping time with him, and then he just sat down. They started playing duo together, and it was phenomenal. It really was. And boy, just the more he played, he probably hadn't played in a while and figured he couldn't remember how to play or something. I don't know, but boy, they sat down and had a good time. Yeah, swing music, a Texas swing is good. Uh, Old Bob Wills could get you going pretty good, couldn't it? And but you know, the first 10 minutes that I was on here, Rose, it was kind of boring. But you sure made this a heck of a good outing for me. I consider this live episode a full success. This is only my fourth one. My first two was a disaster as far as going out to the public, but I learned a lot off of them. And the third one was a little bit better. And this one has really been a smash. I really enjoyed this one. I'm going to. What's a good time for you to be on here all the time, Rose? If you answer that for me, that's the time I'll make my next live. Ukulele? Is that what you call it? A ukulele? Is that, am I saying that right? 7 a.m. Okay. It's here it's 5:26 p.m. So I'll shoot for 5 o'clock tomorrow and put another one on, and maybe you can get two or three of your friends to join us that you talk to, or more maybe. And maybe that's the way you get these things built up. I don't know. I'm doing this for my grandson, and I'm starting it and get it going. And he gets out of college pretty or out of high school pretty soon. And if something happens to me, then he's going to take it over. Hopefully, you know how grandsons are, though they change their mind. But yeah, I'll be back on here at 5 o'clock tomorrow for sure. No, I'll take that back. I got an appointment at 5 o'clock tomorrow. Make it next day. Uh, Tomorrow is Wednesday. Make it Thursday. I'll be on at 5 o'clock tomorrow. Thursday. Uh-oh. Okay, they're telling me to end this stream, so I guess I got to cut this off, Rose. And I don't, uh, I don't know the first time they ever come up and showed that, but I guess I've been on longer than I'm supposed to, or something. I don't know. It's got a little red sign there saying end the stream. So maybe it's just for me to know how to end it. I don't know, but all righty. I'm going to end this, Rose, and you take care of yourself. I've loved talking to you, and I got one like, and that's good. Maybe I'll get that other person to give me a like too, and I'll. Okay, yeah, I'll do that. Been great talking to you too, Rose. And I'm going to end this out, and hopefully that other person will still be on there and give us a like. And for the other person out there, glad you made it. And y'all have a great day, and God bless you, and He will if you let Him. And I'll talk to you on the next one.